Peace and love, you guys. This is Century Taylor back with another trending topic video. This video will be about Raven Symone. A few people have asked me to do her, just like, what's just all going on with her energy. Father God, Archangel Michael, please protect me. If you're interested in your own reading or candle service, please book with me. Link in the bio. Only text my phone number is for service, please. So I'm going to connect to the Raven Guardian Angel. Father God, Archangel Michael, please protect me. Raven, Raven. Okay, so she's in a series. Okay, she's married. She's married. So she's married to the lady. I do know that about her, but she's still in the past about a lot of pain, but also a lot of pain when it comes to past relationships. A lot of past relationships with men. I do see. So it's gonna be like, okay. It has been some, because she's about to come out with a tell-all book. I was just like, let me just see what's the energy of what she's going to reveal. It has been some mishandles with her money. Already going in, her money is good. I'm hearing very good, but it's like she's owed more money, and something with contracts weren't sealed as good when she was younger. She has to be very, very careful of her wife being a handler. She has to be very careful about that, I'm hearing. Okay, this is coming. I'm looking. The image I'm seeing is young Raven, like that's a Raven. She's seen a lot. She's seen a lot. I don't think she was touched, but I think she's mind programmed. I think she's mind programmed. I think she's seen some people been, something with cups is coming up. So something, she's seen some drugging and some things like that. But she trusted her instinct. Like, she is a very, like, strong-winded person. Like, you're not gonna touch me or anything like that. But she's seen some things that have some dark things that has kept her hidden, insomnia, sleep attacks. I do see she had some sleep attacks at one point. Okay, family. So as a child, she looked at that, oh, she has to provide for her family. So her parents are her biggest issues, and this is gonna come out. Her parents had her as working slaves, is the first word I'm hearing. Working slaves, like, pushed her, like, you gonna have to pay bills for us. Like, they put her, like, pushed her, and she didn't have a lot of fun times as a kid, so she didn't have a childhood. I don't know what her life path is. It feels like she's a life path 6. Something with life path 6, they have weird childhoods. Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, etc. That's something with her birth path. It's something of, she has a water moon, so she's very sensitive. This could be Pisces moon, Scorpio moon, Cancer moon. But she always been very talented. She's always been very talented. She's been very talented since she was like 2, I'm hearing. So she's always been talented. Like, they saw that she could make a lot of money for them. But almost like it was her parents' dreams too. And she lived her parents' dreams. That happens a lot. Also, something of drugging is coming in her reading. So that's something also that will be talked about eventually with her. Eventually, not right now. A lot she could hint at about secret societies, Illuminatis, things of that, and it's like she's sworn to secrecy of some things with Disney. And in her past life, she did something with, in her past life, she had issues with her dad, who she's talking about currently. She did have issues with her dad, but also just spiritual trauma is what she has to face in this life. Spiritual trauma is the first thing I'm hearing. But in previous life, it looked like she was male in the previous life, male that went through a lot of abuse. And her father is like a karmic father relationship. Surprise. Travel. Okay, so the wife is a soulmate connection, but she can be very sneaky, and Raven is very tad bit codependent. meant to be. So they do have a strong like bond, but I do see the boy she did that so Raven with, they had a very spiritual bond, and it's something with, because the first thing I kept seeing when I saw her image was, oh, she's mind controlled. So it's something of, in her reading, that it's some spiritual bonding that has binding that has happened to her on Orlando on set, and they've seen some weird things and some spiritual things that have happened to him with sleep attacks and things of that nature. Please protect me. Sleep attacks and things like that, where it's like they both deal with the same spiritual things, but also they did have a soul tie for a long time. So I do see that they relationship became physical at one point. Dating queen, but she was dating multiple men, but it was like she saw some karmic things with these men. But it's like she was almost like in an open relationship at one point with just dating. I see that she dated men and women then. Young female. So this is when she was young, like I'm seeing 18 to 22 to 23. 18 to 22 to 23. Mature man, but her dad was in her ear. Her dad was really pushing her. It's almost like her dad was her handler, but wanted to push her to be a sex symbol too, in some eyes, obstacle. So she did have a block put on her by this, and she was Disney puppet for a long time, and she could talk more about that, but it's like she's in contracts with Disney, so she can't really talk about the sex abuse a lot, the sexual trauma, the sexual abuse is what I'm hearing. She can't really talk about sexual abuse and the mind control, the entities, and also something of cups being around her, something of drugging. So I'm not saying it was her, but something she's seen and something just bypassed her. Oh, this is what they do, blah, 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 blah. She's not going to really talk about it as much because she still is in affiliation with Disney, but she did have a strong block on her for a long time. Spiritual hit, honest communication, long distance. And she wanted to distance herself from acting because of just the dark shit she's been through, It's just like she needed to escape. I don't know if she'd been to another country, but something of she had to learn some more things to just get through her way of life. Right, so it is new beginnings of open truth to come to her. This book, when she comes out with it, look like it's gonna come out late next year in 2026. This book look like it's gonna be like a New York bestseller. Something here of a child though. I keep picking up she did have a child, but it's like she was pushed to have an abortion. But it looked like she was over age. She was probably like 18 or 19. She wasn't like 15. You get what I mean? But it's like they pushed her to have the abortion. Abortion still hit her. And it's like the child she still feels in the previous, like in the life, like still comes to her in the afterlife almost for a while. So she suffered for a very long time. When she was like 18 to 23 to 24 to 25, it's like she suffered for a very long time because of her parents. It's really because of her parents. She felt like her parents was a handler. Also, she's consuming a new diet. She's consuming like a new diet too. I'm hearing like at one point she was an emotional eater because of stress. And she was in survival mode. She was always in survival mode. Her parents put her in survival mode because they wanted her to always look at them as she has to take care of them. Despair. So she's seen dark things in the industry. But she does have spiritual helpers in this lifetime. So I see the wife is somewhat helping her, but that wife is very sneaky and she has to watch her. The wife can manipulate her because Raven is very codependent. She can make pretty good money off of this book too, but it is a risk of her losing her deal with Disney. But I feel like she doesn't care at this point. But also, I feel like Raven has lost 2 children also. She had 2 children in this lifetime. Maybe this was 2 abortions or 1, but I do see it was 2. This could be 2, I'm seeing, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I'm just a reader. You don't have to believe me. I get my truth through spirit. You know, psychics are crazy anyway. I just got to put that out there. So she was guided through her purpose, but her purpose just come into art. She feel it can be some threats to her, but not as much. She gonna have some threats though. She gonna have some threats. But she kind of like not caring. She's having her Kanye moment. But it's something here of her mind is a slight. She is a slight program victim. Unfortunately, I do see she is a slight program victim. At some point, she is some slight. In some way, it's something that they have done on film to her, crown, and that's why her crown, she deals with a lot of sleep attacks, panic attacks. I'm hearing she just have a lot of mood swings, but Orlando does know about this, and it's also some relationship she's going to reveal with, seeing like an R&B singer or something like that. And he's dealt with some dark things too, and the people who she dated, she was kind of like, she was going through what they was going through, so it was mutual. Work has affected her mind, communication. Yeah, it's a lot of her dating life is coming into this reading. Orlando's coming strong in her reading. Also, she has to be very careful of people trying to stalk her home with this thing, because it's something of, she can reveal something of drugging. So she has to be very careful, and she has to do some spiritual protection work. But I think I'm seeing she does do some slight candle work a little bit. Something here of drawing. I don't know if she's into the arts. This looks like she's a good painter of some sorts. She's a good painter, and it helps her with her inner child. Painting helps her with her inner child. But also something of Bill Cosby is coming into play. Something of, he's a handler into the programming, but she doesn't remember him that well. But it's something, he has done something dark on set to the energy on the show, and some actors hit the effect. So it's something with alchemy Bill Cosby has done. His energy is very dark. I do not like that man at all. Yeah, he's not going to a good place. I'll just keep it like that. Despair. Dark energies around her a lot. Dark energy was around her a lot. Okay. It's like her dad sold her off too in some ways. Her dad was definitely like almost like one of those parents that don't care what happens to their daughters. I just want my money. Unfortunately, he was like that. It's gonna come out more what he's done. He was in a lot of competition. He was jealous of her. Also, he had a lot of strong issues with her sexuality. But something of his sexuality is coming up. I'm not even going too deep into that, but y'all know. Epiphany, so she had a spiritual awakening, but she was just tired of being disciplined, and she just was very imbalanced, and she had a hormonal imbalance. She still struggles with, I don't know if she's diabetic too, but some things have manifested to her health. Also leadership, I'm saying she's gonna help more kids be protected in the industry, but she can't really help them with the spiritual deflect, but I feel like she can help a few kids. Competition, yeah, she's gonna ruffle feathers with this book that she's going to do. But she's also have very strong intuition. She could be psychic, have psychic gifts. I don't know if she read tarot cards, but it's like something of, she could learn how to read them. So her character, that's so Raven, she did pick up some of the psychic gifts that the girl had, but it's something here if inner child was very here, and I feel like she's more getting to peace, but her crown is still affected. Her crown is still very affected of her. Also, she could have a legal issue with doing this book. It could be a legal issue to come her way. Air sign. It's an air sign woman that's gonna be upset with her doing this book. Something she can drop the like tea on about that, but bad communication. Yeah, she don't care. It's just like she wants to say what she wants to say to just reveal what has happened to her, because she was compromised because of her parents for a very long time. And now she's getting to solitude, but I see she needs to move out the country. to get solitude and to see. I don't know if her dad is into Scientology or her dad was into some organization, and it's very creepy here. I use that like as a, it's something here it's something here that's dark her dad was into too. And she does suffer from very bad acid reflux. And she do need to get better at when she wants to drop this book, because she's still in the air, but she needs to do it as her release ritual, I'm hearing. But yes, she does suffer from really bad exhaustion, insomnia from long sits, and she dealt with very strong stomach issues. And she also had a director to like cuss at her. I'm hearing like cuss. She had a few directors to cuss at her and talk about her weight and objectify her. And she did get touched inappropriately on her breast. I'm saying the breast was touched inappropriately, and she was mishandled, like almost like she was groped several times. I do see she was groped. So yes, that's what she has done with yes, and she has to be very careful of tracking systems in her cars too. Tracking systems in her cars and something of her home. Being very careful of her home. So yes, that is my reading. You guys on Raven Simone. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching.